जय श्री माता जी। आज सुबह की ध्यान धारणा में उपस्थित सभी साधकों का हृदयपूर्वक स्वागत। हम सब श्री माता जी को नतमस्तक प्रणाम करेंगे और हमारी कुंडलिनी उठाकर कवच को धारण करेंगे। हम अपनी आवश्यकता अनुसार अपने लेफ्ट साइड में अग्नि तत्व पाने हेतु 1, 2 या 3 कैंडल जलाकर सही दूरी पर रखेंगे। परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, आप ही साक्षात श्री आदि शक्ति है। आपकी परम कृपा में हम सब आज सुबह की ध्यान धारणा के लिए सामूहिकता में एकत्रित आए। आप कृपा करके हम सभी से ये ध्यान करा लीजिए। इस ध्यान में हमारी नाड़ी और चक्र शुद्धता प्रदान कीजिए। हमें ध्यान की गहनता पर प्रदान कीजिए। राइट हैंड लेफ्ट सहस्रार पे परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, आप कृपा करके हमारे मस्तिष्क में आइए। आप सदा सदा के लिए यहाँ निवास कीजिए। श्री माता जी, यू बी द कंट्रोलर ऑफ दिस ब्रेन। लेट दिस ब्रेन बी गाइडेड बाय योर डिवाइस विजडम। श्री माता जी, हमारे मस्तिष्क में हजारों वर्षों से भरा हुआ जो भी अनवांटेड डेटा है उसे नष्ट कीजिए। हमारे मस्तिष्क को शांत कीजिए। राइट हैंड हार्ट पे रखेंगे, लेफ्ट साइड पे। परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, आप कृपा करके हमारे हृदय में आइए। श्री माता जी, हमसे हमारा हृदय पूर्णतः स्वच्छ कीजिए। श्री माता जी, आप सदा सदा के लिए इस हृदय में निवास कीजिए। श्री माता जी, हमारे हृदय में हम आपके श्री चरणों की नित्य पूजा करें, ऐसा आशीर्वाद हमें प्रदान कीजिए। श्री माता जी, हमें दुनिया की चमक धमक से, दिखावेपन से दूर रखिए। हमें सदा शाश्वत तत्व में रखिए। दोनों हाथ भूमि माता पर हम स्वयं की कुंडलिनी विश्व महाकुंडलिनी से एकाकार करने के लिए अभी ओंकार का आह्वान लेंगे। ओंकार की शुरुआत मूलाधार से होते हुए सुषुम्ना नाड़ी मार्ग से सहस्रार से विराट में मकार का समापन करेंगे। विश्व महाकुंडलिनी की शक्ति को हमारे सहस्रार द्वारा सुषुम्ना नाड़ी से होते हुए मूलाधार चक्र से भूमि माता की गहनता में उतार देंगे। ये क्रिया हम 2-3 बार करेंगे। पुनः एक बार विश्व कुंडलिनी की शक्ति को सहस्रार से होते हुए विशुद्धि दोनों कंधों, दोनों हथेलियों द्वारा भूमि माता की गहराई में छोड़ेंगे। श्री माता जी, हमारे अंदर का सारा जड़त्व, सारा आलस्य, सारा इनर्शिया, सारी नकारात्मकता जो हमारे सुबह की ध्यान धारणा के लिए हमारे अंदर है, गहनता पाने के लिए, सामूहिकता का अंग प्रत्यंग बनाने के लिए जो भी नकारात्मकता हमारे अंदर है, उसे भूमि माता में खींच के रसातल में ले जाइए। हमें संपूर्ण स्वच्छता प्रदान कीजिए। श्री माता जी, हमें संपूर्ण स्वच्छता प्रदान कीजिए। राइट हैंड श्री माता जी के समक्ष हम अपने गणेश तत्व की जागृति के लिए प्रार्थना करेंगे। हमारे हर एक चक्र पे जो गणेश है उसको जागृत करेंगे। चित्त मूलाधार चक्र पर परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, आप ही साक्षात श्री गणेश है। श्री माता जी, हमारे मूलाधार में स्थित गौरी माँ कुंडलिनी के गणेश को पूर्ण रूप से जागृत कीजिए और गणेश के सारे गुणों से हमें आशीर्वादित कीजिए। श्री गणेश का सत्सत विवेक, अबोधिता, पावित्रता, मांगल्यता, सुदनता हमें भर दीजिए। श्री माता जी, हमारे स्वयं के लक्ष्मी विष्णु के श्री गणेश पूर्ण रूप से जागृत कीजिए। हमें समाधान के परे तृप्तता में ले चलिए। हमें पूर्ण शांति प्रदान कीजिए। हमें विश्व निर्मला धर्म में स्थापित कीजिए। श्री माता जी, हमारे स्वादिष्टान में स्थित हमारे स्वयं के ब्रह्मदेव सरस्वती के श्री गणेश पूर्णतः जागृत कीजिए। हमारे अंदर की सारी अनिच्छाएं, जो भी अशुद्ध ज्ञान है, उसे निकालकर हमें शुद्ध ज्ञान दीजिए। हमें शुद्ध इच्छा दीजिए। श्री माता जी, हमें हनुमान जैसी निर्मल भक्ति प्रदान कीजिए। श्री माता जी, हमें शुद्ध चित्त प्रदान कीजिए। हमें विश्व बंधुत्व प्रदान कर सामूहिकता का अंग प्रत्यंग बनाइए। श्री माता जी, हमें निर्विचारता प्रदान कीजिए। चित्त भवसागर में श्री माता जी, हमारे भवसागर में स्थित आदि गुरु दत्तात्रेय के सभी अवतरणों के श्री गणेश को पूर्णतः जागृत कीजिए। हमें उनके काल का गुरु ज्ञान और गुरु शक्ति प्रदान करके जो भी दोष बाधाएं हैं उसे दूर करने की शक्ति प्रदान कीजिए। हमारे भवसागर में स्थित सारे ऑर्गन्स को स्वच्छता प्रदान कीजिए। चित्त अनाहत पे श्री माता जी, आप ही साक्षात श्री दुर्गा माता है, जगदम्बा है। आपके ही प्रेम की शक्ति से हम स्वयं को निर्भय समझते हैं। हमारे अंदर डर का कोई लवलेश नहीं रहता है। श्री माता जी, हमारे अनहत के गणेश पूर्ण रूप से जागृत कीजिए। श्री माता जी, हमारे विशुद्धि के श्री गणेश, राधा कृष्ण के श्री गणेश को पूर्ण रूप से जागृत कीजिए। हमें श्री कृष्ण की डिवाइन डिप्लोमेसी प्रदान कीजिए। हमें उनके जैसी मधुर वाणी प्रदान कीजिए। हमें राधा जी की आह्लाददायिनी शक्ति प्रदान कीजिए। श्री माता जी, हमें इस विराट का अंग प्रत्यंग बनाइए। श्री माता जी हमारे आज्ञा पे स्थित जीसस मेरी माता के श्री गणेश संपूर्ण रूप से जागृत कीजिए। श्री माता जी हमें क्षमा के परे ले चलिए। हमारे साथ जो भी घटित होता है उसे भूलने की शक्ति प्रदान कीजिए, ताकि क्षमा करने की जरूरत भी न हो। श्री माता जी हमारे बैक आज्ञा पे स्थित राइट हैंड हमारे बैक आज्ञा पे सर को थोड़ा पीछे लेंगे। श्री माता जी आप ही साक्षात श्री महागणेश है, महाहिरण्यगर्भ महाभैरव है। श्री माता जी मैं, मेरे माता पिता, हम हमारे अनेक पीढ़ियों से आदि शक्ति के कार्य में अगर कुछ गलत कार्य हुआ है तो मैं उनकी तरफ से आपकी क्षमा चाहती हूँ। आप उन सभी को क्षमा करके उनको आत्म उन्नति प्रदान कीजिए और हमें भी उनके कुकर्मों से मुक्त कीजिए। बैक आज्ञा को टैप करेंगे। पुनश्च राइट हैंड अपने गोद में रखेंगे। चित्त सहस्रार। श्री माता जी हमारे सहस्रार और उसके आसपास के सारे शक्तिपीठों के श्री गणेश पूर्णतः जागृत कीजिए। हमारे सारे पीठों को एक सूत्र में बांधकर हमें समग्रता प्रदान कीजिए। हमारे सहस्रार के आदि शक्ति के गणेश को संपूर्णतः जागृत कीजिए। श्री माता जी हमारे सहस्रार के ऊपर विराट तक के सारे चक्रों के श्री गणेश पूर्ण रूप से जागृत करके हमें सामूहिकता का अंग प्रत्यंग बनाइए। विराट से चित्त की रेखा राइट मूलाधार में। श्री माता जी आप ही साक्षात श्री कार्तिकेय है, जो देवों की सेनापति है। श्री माता जी हमें कार्तिकेय का विवेक, सद्विवेक, सत विवेक प्रदान कीजिए। श्री माता जी 84 दशलक्ष योनियों से आई हुई सारी नकारात्मकता भूमि माता में खींच लीजिए। श्री माता जी आप ही साक्षात राक्षसंत्री है। हमारे अंदर जो भी राक्षसी प्रवृत्तियां हैं उन्हें भी नष्ट कीजिए, क्योंकि ये सारी राक्षसी प्रवृत्तियां हमारे अंदर षड्रूप निर्माण करती है। हमारे अंदर तरह तरह की प्रतिक्रियाएं निर्माण होती है, उससे हमारी निर्विचारता भंग हो जाती है। श्री माता जी हमें कार्तिकेय की निरंजन दृष्टि प्रदान कीजिए, ताकि हमारे साथ घटित होने वाली घटना को हम साक्षी भाव से देख सके। हम उसी टाइम या कभी भी कोई प्रतिक्रिया न दें। श्री माता जी हमारे स्वयं के कार्तिकेय को जागृत कीजिए, ताकि हमारे अंदर श्री गणेश की अबोधिता पूर्णतः कार्यान्वित हो सके। या हम श्री कार्तिकेय और उसके बाद राक्षसंत्री मंत्र का आह्वान करेंगे। ओम त्वमेव साक्षात श्री कार्तिकेय साक्षात श्री आदिशक्ति माता जी श्री निर्मला देवै नमो नमः। ओम त्वमेव साक्षात राक्षसंत्री साक्षात श्री आदिशक्ति माता जी श्री निर्मला देवै नमो नमः। हाथों की स्थिति बदली करेंगे। लेफ्ट हैंड श्री माता जी के समक्ष और राइट हैंड भूमि माता पे। विराट से एक कटाक्ष अपने लेफ्ट मूलाधार में। परम पूज्य श्री माता जी आप ही साक्षात श्री निर्मल गणेश है। श्री माता जी जो अबोधिता से परिपूर्ण है, हमें इतनी अबोधिता भर दीजिए कि हमारे अंदर की सारी दुष्टता सारी वासनाएं, सारी छल कपट वृत्तियां दूर हो जाए और हम स्वयं गणेश बने, जो गणेश सिर अपनी माँ को ही पहचानते हैं और माँ पे ही समर्पित है। ऐसा गणेश हमें बनाइए। या हम निर्मल गणेश मंत्र का आह्वान करेंगे। ओम त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री निर्मल गणेश साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माता जी श्री निर्मला देवई नमो नमः। हमारा चित्त मूलाधार की पिछली पंखुड़ी पर। श्री माता जी हमें इतनी अबोधिता भर दीजिए कि हम स्वयं पवित्र हो जाए। श्री माता जी हमें सती अनुसया माँ सौदामिनी की पवित्रता प्रदान कीजिए। हमें हमारी सारी सहयोगिनी माता बहनें, नाती पोतिया बेटियाँ, उनकी पवित्रता शक्ति से परिपूर्ण कीजिए, ताकि हमारे सामने कोई भी अपवित्रता खड़ी न रह सके। चित्त मूलाधार की अगली पंखुड़ी पर श्री माता जी हमें इतनी पवित्रता भर दीजिए कि हमारा अस्तित्व ही मंगलदायी हो। श्री माता जी आप स्वयं मांगल्यता है, हमें भी मंगलकारी बनाइए। आप हमें जहाँ जहाँ भी ले जाएगी या जहाँ भी सहज का कार्य है, वहाँ का वातावरण हमारी उपस्थिति से आनंददायी, आह्लाददायी, चैतन्यदायी हो और सहयोग का कार्य विनाशायस हो। साधकों को उनका आत्म साक्षात्कार मिले, ऐसी मांगल्यता हमें भर दीजिए। हमारा चित्त मूलाधार के बीचों बीच श्री माता जी हमें गणेश की सारी शक्तियाँ, सारे गुण प्रदान करके स्वयं को गणेश बनाइए। हमें स्वयंभू बनाइए ताकि हमारे अंदर की सारी गणेश के गुण प्रस्फुटित हो। हमारा चित्त लेफ्ट मूलाधार में यानी ईड़ा नाड़ी पर। श्री माता जी आप ही साक्षात भैरवनाथ है, जो अपने प्रज्वलित मशाल से मूलाधार से लेके सहस्रार पे संचार करते हुए एड़ा नाड़ी के हर एक चक्र को, हर एक नाड़ी को स्वच्छ प्रकाशमयी करते हैं। उनके अंदर की सारी नकारात्मकता, सारा अंधकार दूर करते हैं और उन्हें शक्तिशाली बनाते हैं। श्री माता जी लेफ्ट सहस्रार से आने वाली कोई भी बाधा हमारे ईड़ा नाड़ी में प्रवेश न कर सके, इसीलिए हमें भैरवनाथ जी का सुरक्षा कवच प्रदान कीजिए। श्री माता जी आप ही साक्षात श्री महाकाली है, भद्रकाली है, काली कल्की है। श्री माता जी ये तीनों शक्तियाँ हमारे अंदर कार्यान्वित कीजिए। हमारे ईड़ा नाड़ी में स्थित सारा भूतकाल और सारा पूर्व संचित, सारी कुसंस्कार, सारी कट्टरता भूमि माता में खींच लीजिए। श्री माता जी हमारे लेफ्ट मूलाधार में जो भी दोष बाधाएं हैं, जो मैं मेरे पति हम दोनों के मातृ पितृ कुल के कई पीढ़ियों से हमारे अंदर आ बसी है, उन्हें भूमि माता में खींच लीजिए और हमारे मूलाधार को स्वच्छता प्रदान कीजिए। श्री माता जी हमारे स्वादिष्टान में स्थित जो भी दोष बाधाएं है, जो भी अशुद्धता है, उसे मैं मेरे पति हम दोनों के मातृ पितृकुल के कई पीढ़ियों से हमारे स्वादिष्टान में स्थित है, उन सभी को भूमि माता में खींच लीजिए और स्वादिष्टान को स्वच्छता प्रदान करके आपके शुद्ध ज्ञान से उसे परिपूर्ण कीजिए। श्री माता जी हमारे लेफ्ट नाभि में जो भी दोष बाधाएं हैं, जो स्वयं हमारी नहीं है, मैं मेरे पति हम दोनों की कई पीढ़ियों से हमारे नाभि में स्थित है, उन्हें भूमि माता में खींच लीजिए और हमारे लेफ्ट नाभि को स्वच्छ कीजिए। श्री माता जी हमारे नाभि को एब्सोल्यूट बनाइए। श्री माता जी हमारे कई पुरखे जो समय के पहले चल बसे, उनकी इच्छा न होते हुए चल बसे, ऐसे सारे अतृप्त आत्माओं को गति प्रदान कीजिए और हमें भी उनके सारे कुकर्मों से मुक्त कीजिए। श्री माता जी हमारी नाभि पूर्णतः स्वच्छ कीजिए और हमें विश्व निर्मला धर्म में स्थापित कीजिए। श्री माता जी हमारी महाकाली जो सदियों से क्रोधित है, उसे शांत करके शालीन बनाकर गृहलक्ष्मी स्वरूप में हमारे लेफ्ट नाभि में स्थित कीजिए। श्री माता जी गृहलक्ष्मी जो स्वयं माँ है, माँ के सारे गुणों से हमें परिपूर्ण कीजिए। माँ जो सभी से निर्व्याज प्रेम करती है, कोई अपेक्षा नहीं रखती है, ऐसा निर्व्याज प्रेम करने की शक्ति हमें दीजिए। इसीलिए हमें माँ बनाइए, हमें संपूर्ण माँ बनाइए, ताकि हमारा सभी के साथ प्रेम पूर्वक व्यवहार हो। श्री माता जी आप ही साक्षात श्री भद्रकाली है। हमारे अंदर की और हमारे आसपास की अभद्रता को दूर कीजिए। श्री माता जी आप ही साक्षात श्री काली कल्कि है, जो सत्य युग में जाने के लिए हमें स्वच्छता प्रदान करेगी। श्री माता जी हमें हमारा मूल ऋषि का गोत्र प्रदान कीजिए। श्री माता जी हमारे अंदर की महाकाली और गणेश की सारी शक्तियों को जागृत करके विश्व में जो भी नकारात्मक और विध्वंस शक्तियाँ कार्यरत है, उनका विनाश करके विश्व शांति और विश्व कल्याण का कार्य हम सभी से करा लीजिए। हमारी ईड़ा नाड़ी को पूर्ण रूप से संतुलित कीजिए। राइट हैंड श्री माता जी के समक्ष, लेफ्ट हैंड कोनी में मोड़ के आकाश की तरफ। श्री माता जी आप ही साक्षात श्री महासरस्वती है, आप ही साक्षात श्री हनुमान है, आप ही साक्षात श्री आकाश देवता है, आप ही साक्षात श्री वायु तत्व स्वामिनी है। श्री माता जी हमें महासरस्वती की सृजनात्मकता प्रदान कीजिए। जैसे आपने सृष्टि का निर्माण किया, उसमें नाना विविध रंग भर दिए और सृष्टि में वैविध्यता नावीन्यता लाई, ऐसी ही नावीन्यता, ऐसी नवनिर्मिति हमारे हर एक कार्य में हो, हमारे सहयोग के प्रचार प्रसार में हो। श्री माता जी हमें शारदा देवी के आशीर्वाद प्रदान कीजिए, ताकि हमारे अंदर के सारे सुप्त कला गुण जागृत हो और उस कलाकृति का आनंद लेते हुए हम निर्विचार बन सके। श्री माता जी आप ही साक्षात श्री हनुमान है, जो अपने निस्सीम भक्ति के लिए प्रसिद्ध है। ऐसी ही शुद्ध भक्ति करने की हमारे अंदर स्थापित कीजिए। श्री माता जी हनुमान जी की नवधावित सिद्धियाँ हमें प्रदान कीजिए, ताकि कोई भी सुप्रा कॉन्शियस, कलेक्टिव सुप्रा कॉन्शियस की बाधा हमें तकलीफ न दे सके। श्री माता जी हमारे चित्त को हिमालय की ठंडक और चंद्रमा की शीतलता प्रदान कीजिए। उसको शांत स्थिर एकाग्र करके आपके श्री चरणों में स्थित कीजिए। श्री माता जी हमारे पिंगला नाड़ी में जो भी दोष बाधाएं है, जो अहंकार है, जो अतिरिक्त उष्मा है, उसे आकाश में खींच लीजिए। हमारे पिंगला नाड़ी को शांत, शीतल और प्रवाहित कीजिए। लेफ्ट हैंड श्री माता जी के समक्ष हमारा संपूर्ण चित्त विराट में स्थित करते हुए हम श्री माता जी के अमृत वचनों का श्रवण करेंगे। श्री माता जी आपके अमृत वाणी द्वारा हमें आज का हमारा आत्म साक्षात्कार प्रदान कीजिए।
I bow to all the seekers of truth. At the very outset, I have to tell you very frankly that truth is what it is. You cannot change it. You cannot transform it. Also, you cannot describe it. At the most, you can tell what it is. But whatever I'm going to tell you here, you should not take it for granted. Because as you know, we have had lots of problems with the blind faith. So, whatever I'm saying is proved, then as honest people, you have to accept it. Because it is for your benevolence. It is for the benevolence of your family, of your country, and the whole world. What I am going to tell you is about the higher state of consciousness that you have to achieve through your evolution. So far with your evolution, you have not paid anything. You're taken for granted. You don't have to pay for it. That's one thing one should understand, that it is spontaneous, sahaja. Saha means peace. Ja is born with you, this right to be evolved, to be the spirit. So what is the truth? The truth is that you are not this body, this mind, these emotions, this ego, but you are the pure spirit, of which you are not aware maybe. Now you see here, they have put it at my back, but you see, these beautiful flowers. We take them for granted. We never even think it's a miracle. Look at these, so many flowers of different fragrance and different heights are coming up every day through the grace of this Mother Earth. But who gives this power to the Mother Earth? If you ask a doctor who runs your heart, he will say, very honest, he will say, it's the autonomous nervous system. But if you say, who is this auto, that he can't explain. That far, he can't. So, I feel these are special times, very special times. I call it a blossom time, when so many seekers are born to become the fruits. Honestly, they are seeking, honestly. But of course, they are misled and are taken into some complicated life. So this is the time of last judgment. Your discretion is going to help you. What do you judge as the best for you? In this way, you will understand that all the scriptures have said, all the scriptures, that you have to know yourself. Even Muhammad Sahib has said, those who do not know themselves cannot know God. We do not know ourselves at all. We know about everything else. People are PhDs, MADs, everything. But they don't know anything about themselves. And the most important thing is that if you don't know about yourself, what are we doing about it? This is how the seeking starts. And this is how people start seeking without knowing what to seek. Now your country has one blessing, it has money. Also a curse, I should say. Because you have money, all kinds of people came in this country to lynch you completely. And they gave you completely wrong ideas about seeking. I must tell you something about them. So you'll realize the difference between Sahaja and other nonsense. For example, there was, in Washington, many people came after the program, were crying, "Mother, we sold our house. Our children are out of school." I said, what happened? He said, "There's one gentleman who has lynched us." Who is this gentleman? They told me the name. But what did he do? He said that I can teach you how to control the minds of others. Now, why do you want to control the minds of others, first of all? And he called one man from the audience and gave him a pendulum and told him, "Move. Don't move this pendulum. Don't move." And the man started moving the pendulum. So he said, "See how I'm controlling him." So they became his disciples. And all their money was lynched by him. I feel sorry. I asked them, "What is the value of your life? What do you think of yourself? Have you come on this earth to move pendulums?" I mean, think. God has given you brains to think. Who has moved pendulums before this? Did Christ do that? I'm just telling you because it's very important for this country. People get enamored by all kinds of things which in India people will say get lost. Firstly, they don't have so much money to waste. And they won't listen to such nonsense. All kinds. Now, of course, some are exposed, some are gone away, some are this thing. But some of them are still there. Like mushrooms, they come up again and again, I find. So I have to warn you all people that you are here to find the truth and reality. And that you can't pay anything for it. You are not obliged to me. I am obliged to you that you are seeking. That's my job. It has to be worked out. Unfortunately, in America, we have very few people compared to other countries. So very sad of it. Because as I went to Boston, the TV people asked me, "How many Rolls Royces you have?" I said, "I haven't any. I'm sorry. My husband has one single car, that's all. That's sufficient for us." So they said, "You mean you are not in the business?" I said, "No." So we are not interested. How can you talk of spirituality when you have this mentality towards spirituality? How much did you pay to Christ? Again. How much did you pay to Krishna? Or how much did you pay to Zoroaster? Or to Moses? Anybody who talks of spirituality cannot be purchased. And this is what one has to understand. Why, even Dalai Lama, he came here and people are just giving money. What does he do with that money? Do you find out? He is buying gold. What is the interest of a person who is spiritual in gold? What is the interest? But people don't think. I think the ego is satisfied. Oh, I can give money to such and such person. If somebody begs, they like it. I don't understand. How can you blindly follow all such things? I don't want to talk about religions anymore because you know already the situation. Only thing I have to say that all religions which were based on reality, on truth and spirituality are today are nothing but money oriented, also power oriented, and now find sex oriented. It's a horrible thing to be done in the name of God Almighty. So first and foremost thing we have to know that a new awareness has to come within us. It's not by chanting, by going to Himalaya, standing on one leg or standing on your head you are going to get it. It is something within you which is going to work it out. What did we do to become human beings? Nothing. In the same way, I'm trying to tell you that it's all within you. It's there and you are going to get it. You have every right to get it. There is an appeal from mother to her children that they should try to understand what they want and what they should have. They have to evolve. They have to transform. We talk of peace, 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 peace. I have met so many people who have got this peace award. Really, I tell you. Because of my husband's position, I had to shake hands with them also. It was bad. And extremely hot and extremely hot-tempered, you know. My goodness, you can't face them without a barge pole. And they have got peace awards. What peace have they created? Those who are not in peace themselves, how can they give peace? The person who talks of peace should have at least a peaceful mind. Now, so what happens when this Kundalini rises? He's already told you there are these chakras and these 3 channels within you, and the Kundalini which is sitting in the triangular bone is going to connect you to the all-pervading power which does all living work. We have heard about it, but we have never felt it before, that there is this all-pervading power. When this Kundalini rises, it's just like this instrument has to be connected. Otherwise it has no identity. All the time people feel we have no identity. I mean, they change their sculptures, they change dresses, they do every kind of thing just to show they have an identity. But the identity of yours is only established when you are one with the divine power of love. And love is truth, and truth is compassion. The compassion that acts, that works, is not just a compassion, but it acts. It cures people, it soothes them, it transforms them, it gives them realization. So when she rises, this mother of yours, Kundalini, I must tell you I was amazed that in Bolivia there are people called Hindus. From ancient times, they know about Kundalini, they know about the left side, they know about the right side, they know all about it. And they told that a deity, what we call Vishnu, came on Condor, Garuda, and he brought this knowledge to us, imagine, thousands of years back. But I was surprised that in Kiev, which is the capital of Ukraine, I went to see the museum, is full of paintings of Kundalini and of the chakras, different chakras. I was amazed, how could it be? And then they say that 2000 before Christ, 2 saints came from India and they told me the name, and I was amazed how they knew the names of those people. Machindranath and Gorakhnath. That time I think America didn't exist, otherwise they would have come here also. And these 2 people went there and they taught them all about Kundalini, but they said we didn't know how to raise, we didn't know how to achieve it. So we just knew it, but we didn't know how to do it. Same in India. Gyaneshwara has written about it. But much before that, 13,000 years back, another saint, Markandeya, has written about it. Then in the 6th century, Adi Shankaracharya has written about it. And it has been written by many people in the 16th century. So many saints have written about it. In the Bible also it is there that I'll appear before you like tongues of flames, and these are the chakras that you see. In the Bible, you know, Mr. Paul has done, I think, some mutation, some sort of a trouble is there. Because Christ must have told a lot of things about it. But I don't find them there, I'm surprised, because he was, according to us, was an incarnation. And he knew so much that I'm sure he must have told a lot. But as you know, there was a big fight between Paul and Matthews and all of them. And in that problem, some things were missing. Same about Quran. Quran was written after 40 years, the death of Muhammad Sahib. 40 years. How can you remember this Quran for 40 years? He did not know how to read and write. And his friends also did not know. So his friend's grandchildren was used by another horrible fellow called Mawaiya, and he wrote the Bible, Quran. So that is how, you see, a book is there. People are bound to the book, but how far there are truths in it and how far they are missing, we cannot know. But still, truth has its own styles. You see, it slips into some crevices and shows itself. So even in the Bible or Quran, we see lots of things which shows what we have to do. But Christ has said, know thyself. You are to be born again. So nicely we put a brand, born again. How are you born again? You join an organization, become born again. You are not. I'm sorry to say. A born again must have the Kundalini coming out of the fontanelle bone area, which is the actualization of your baptism. Otherwise, how are you born again? Just taking a brand on yourself, born again, born thrice, born 5 times. But in Indian philosophy, we know. Because we call a person who is a realized soul as Dvijaha, means born twice. And also a bird is called as Dvijaha, means a bird is as an egg comes in and then becomes the bird. In the same way, a human being is like an egg, has limitations. And then he becomes like a bird. So both are called as Dvijaha. But it has to happen. You cannot just brand yourself that I am a Dvijaha. You see, in that you get powers. And the first power, as I told you, is that of compassion. Compassion that acts. That power comes into your hands. You can feel this power of compassion in your hands. For the first time you feel it. Now Muhammad Sahib has said it, that at the time of resurrection, your hands will speak. Your hands will speak and will give witness against you, means they'll tell what's wrong with you. Also, they have said that on your palm, you will know the truth. This is exactly what Sahaja Yoga does to you. So when she rises, she gives so many blessings. She is your mother. She is your individual mother. She knows everything about you. She knows about your past, about your aspirations. She knows everything. And she rises with that understanding that this is my child, he is a seeker, and he is to be born again. And sometimes it's like a jet. I've seen thousands of people get realization. This is the special time of resurrection. And that's the first thing that happens to you, that you feel the cool breeze of the Holy Ghost on your fingertips. Cool breeze out of your fontanelle. First. Now people start looking, let's say the conditioning. It's from your head it is coming, not from air conditioning. First thing is this that happens to you. But the second thing that happens, that people who have come to Sahaja Yoga have become extremely creative. You have heard Matt Molly now. He's one of them. So many people have become very great musicians and artists and this and that. Because you become one with that divine power, which is the source of all creativity. Then you become a person who is a satisfied soul. You know economics very well, which says that wants are not satiable in general. Today I want a carpet, all right, buy a carpet, then buy a house, then buy a car, then buy a helicopter, go on buying. Now the one I bought already, I am not satisfied. They are never satiable. In general, they are never satiable. But then you start enjoying. You buy a carpet, all right, you enjoy. Let's enjoy the carpet I bought. Then you buy something, then you enjoy that. Whatever you have, you enjoy. But what you enjoy the most is the company of other realized souls. Such friendship, such oneness. No quarrel, no fights, no leg pulling, nothing. Leg pulling is there, I must say, a little bit. They joke around. We get people from so many countries in India living in a place I would not say very good, but they love it because there are Sahaja Yogis. So many of them, and so much love, so much compassion, so much understanding. The whole world as if has become their own. So another thing you develop is the collective consciousness about which Jung has said. Because on your fingertips you can feel the centers of others. So you are collectively conscious. You know what's wrong with another person. You know what's wrong with you. If you can correct yourself, you can correct everyone. And this is what is the power you get very easily. You don't talk what dress the other one is wearing, what sort of a hairdo he has, nothing. What you say, how the chakras are. What is the situation of the chakras of that person? Then you start facing yourself without introspection. Somebody says, Mother, you know my chakra is catching here. That means I am getting egoistical. But nobody says that otherwise. So you start facing yourself, understanding yourself, correcting yourself without any difficulty. It's a very simple way of doing it. Sahaj also means spontaneous and also means easy. Now, another thing that happens to you is that you become thoughtlessly aware. Patanjali has talked about it. Now, what happens that you are all the time thinking. Now, this mind is a myth created by you. It's like a computer that you have created by your conditioning and your ego. So, you can be only in the past or in the future. You cannot be in the present. The thoughts are coming from the past and the future. But if I say, you be in the present, you cannot be. It is not possible. You cannot be in the present. So, when the thoughts rise and fall, rise and fall, rise and fall, you are jumping on the cusp of the thoughts. And when Kundalini rises, she elongates those thoughts and you become silent, no thoughts. If you want to think, you can think, but otherwise no thoughts. As given this power, you start witnessing the whole world as a drama. You don't get involved into it, and you can solve the problems much better. For example, you are out of the traffic. You can watch the traffic, all right. It cannot touch you. Or if you are standing in the water, you are afraid of the waves. But supposing you get out of that, sit on a boat, then you are enjoying those. But supposing you know how to swim, you can jump and help those who are getting drowned. This is exactly what happens to you. You can save others. You can give realization. You can cure their chakras. I must tell you today that America is this center. We call it the Vishuddhi. It is one of the most important centers. It has got 16 petals. Today only, first time I am telling you openly. As a result, communication has to be absolutely divine. You develop divine communication. Sitting down here, you will know about people. You can help sitting down here. That's the power you can get if this center is cured. And that is this America. It goes to all the places to cure this thing, that thing, does it not? No other country does that kind of a job. Why America does? Because it is the Vishuddhi. That's the nature of that particular country which does that job. But if spirituality comes into it, then whatever they will do will be benevolent, will be holy, would be blissful. This is such an important center that though in America, of course, I mean, people ask me, I don't know what to say, because there are very few deep Sahaja Yogis, I must admit. In Russia, somebody asked an American Sahaja Yogi, how many deep Sahaja Yogis you have in Taliyat? So he said, we have 56. He said, oh my God, we have 56,000? We have only 21,000 in Taliyat. It's a serious matter. You are responsible for the whole world because this is the center you are. You must have respect for yourself, must have respect for your being, and must evolve and take up the responsibility in a proper way, in a judicious manner. All the time, if you read the newspaper, I mean, you don't understand, criticizing this, criticizing that, criticizing that. So many critics. Ultimately, the critics start criticizing critics. It's a mad world, I feel. And because of your country, all kinds of ideas have gone abroad. You must know this. Because you are supposed to be a very powerful country, very great country. Whatever you do here goes abroad. So you have to be very responsible. That first of all, you must know what you are and you have to evolve into it. You have to develop and mature into it. That's why since long I've been coming here every year. No, I mean, in the beginning I came and I got a fright. I said, what's going on here? So for 9 years I didn't come. I must confess I didn't come. I thought, how can you talk to them? It's just they don't understand me. There are all kinds of funny people going around, you see, and I didn't know what to say. So I didn't come for 9 years, I must say. But every year I'm coming here just to see that you know what you are, what is your responsibility. There are 16 petals for this center. 16 petals it has got. And these 16 petals are responsible for our, physically I'm saying, ear, nose, throat, on a physical. But the same center, you see, is occupied by Sri Krishna. And he is the one who becomes here on this center what we call the great universal being, Virat.
थैंक यू श्री माता जी, थैंक यू श्री माता जी। श्री माता जी, आपने हम सभी को सामूहिकता में लाकर हमसे आज सुबह का ध्यान किया, ध्यान का आनंद प्रदान किया। आपका चैतन्य हमारे नसों नसों में भर दिया। श्री माता जी, हम आपके जन्म जन्मांतर के ऋणी हैं। हमारी शरणागता स्वीकार कीजिए, हमारे कोटि कोटि प्रणाम स्वीकार कीजिए। श्री माता जी, हमारे अनंत कोटि नमस्कार स्वीकार कीजिए। श्री माता जी, हम सभी को उत्तम से उत्तम माध्यम बना के विश्व शांति विश्व कल्याण का कार्य करा लीजिए। हमारे उत्थान मार्ग में हमें अग्रसर कीजिए। थैंक यू श्री माता जी फॉर ईच एंड एवरीथिंग। थैंक यू श्री माता जी। आज सुबह की ध्यान धारणा यही संपन्न हो रही है। हम सब श्री माता जी को नतमस्तक होकर प्रणाम करेंगे। हमारी कुंडलिनी बांधकर कवच को धारण करेंगे। सभी सामूहिकता का इस ध्यान धारणा में जुड़ने के लिए हृदयपूर्वक आभार। जय श्री माता।